Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm Emon, by the way, welcome. And today's video, I'm showing you some ways to put on your makeup for going to the airport, for when you're traveling, for when you're going back home. Basically just a simple way to look flawless without seeming like you have a full face of makeup on at the airport. So if you want to see how I got this look that I have on right now, then just keep watching. Okay, so to the first step of, getting ready, having your airport makeup ready and done is your base. If you have oily skin, you should have a base, which is a primer if you don't know what a base is. So I usually go for a mattifying primer because I'm extremely oily. In this case, I'm going to use my Nivea post-shave balm. I know this is like a huge trend back a few years back. I bought it and I used it like twice and I haven't really used it since, and I don't know if this stuff expires, so we're gonna figure that out right now. But I'm gonna shake it up and I'm gonna put it on. I have my headphones in because when I listen to music, it kind of loosens me up, and I'm trying to stop being so freaking awkward in front of a camera. Like, I've hosted in front of tons of people in crowds. Mind you, I'm still awkward there too, but it's like I'm in by myself, I'm recording in front of a camera. This should not be hard. But yeah, you want to, this smells good. You want to put it all over your face. You want to put it in, especially in your T-zone, around your perimeter, when you're on your cheek areas. And you want to make sure you really rub it in because you want to make sure it's on the skin first, so it's like that protective layer. So when that's all rubbed into your face, it's all packed in. The thing I like about the post-shave balm is that it's kind of tacky, which means that when I put foundation on, it will stick. Okay, so depending on the type of makeup that you wear or the type of coverage that you want, that's going to determine which... I film right in front of a window, so I don't want to see anybody see me film. Okay, so once your base is down, you're going to want to get some foundation or concealer, whichever one you use, depending on the coverage that you want. So for me, I just like coverage all over. Like, I like to have my face. I don't care. I don't want no types of pimples showing. Like, I want to look like people. I want people to think that I look flawless, But I don't want them to know that I'm flawless because of foundation or any type of makeup for that matter. So if you want to go in, you still want to look a fresh face, you want to say like, I woke up like this. Really, you didn't wake up like this? A high-end choice that I've been using for years now is the NARS tinted moisturizer, and it's a velvet matte skin tint, basically is what they call it. I'm in the shade Cuba Medium 3, and I would just take this and I will just put this all over my cheeks. So I'll put some in the back of my hand. Get a little dollop like that, and then I'll put my finger in it. If you're a person who doesn't like touching your face, you can use a brush. I would use a beauty sponge because it'll help spread it out a little more. It's more of a liquidy foundation, but it's pretty thick. So the beauty sponge should help, loosen up the thick, water it down just a tad. So I put that all over my face. Alright, and then I just blend that in with my beauty sponge. But this is a Real Technique sponge. Super affordable. I think it's like $8, I think. I'm not really sure. And the good thing about this, having a moisturizer, a tinted moisturizer, and things like that, is because it gives you that look of like freshness. You look fresh. And you don't look super caked. You get some coverage in there, but then you get a little bit of your blemishes to peek out. So it's like, you're not perfect, but dang, you close. Okay, so the next step is concealing. So if you don't want your under eyes to look super dark, because I understand sometimes people have flights early in the morning, so they're waking up and they're just like, oh. Now if you're doing your makeup early in the morning, you're dedicated. Disclaimer, you don't have to do the steps in the way that I do them. This is just the way that I do it. Everyone does their makeup differently, but this is the way that works best for me. So the next step that I do is put on my concealer. And so in the mornings, you're probably waking up, you got a little bit of dark spots, but you don't want to put on that full coverage concealer because, you got such a light coverage on your eye, around your base and your face, and then you got your under eyes looking like So you're looking super bright here, and you know, covered, and you still got some stuff going on here. So it just doesn't match. You got two different levels. So if you're gonna go all out, you need to make sure you go all out. If you're gonna, you can't. I'm not gonna say you can't, but I'm saying you gotta pick a side here. You're gonna either go light coverage or you're gonna go dark coverage. So what I'm gonna do is use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Classic Ivory. This, in my opinion, this is a color corrector for me because it's like peachy-ish, reddish for me. So it covers up my dark spots, and so I'm gonna use it. So put it on like I'm some type of football player. Then I blend it out with my Real Technique sponge. You want to make sure you just localize it right there where your dark spot is. You don't want to transfer it too far anywhere else because you're not trying to color correct your whole face. Okay. So when you get onto your concealer, I grab a color that looks like my skin, and then I grab a color that's a little bit brightening. Just to clarify, there's highlighting and there's concealing. So when I grab a color that's of my skin, that's concealing. And then when I want to highlight, you want to use like a shade lower than your actual skin tone. So for me, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild concealer, Photo Focus concealer in the shade Medium Deep Tan. And this is pretty much my skin, and I'm just going to go over what I had put under already in my eyes, which is the color corrector. And then while I'm at it, I'm just going to go and I'm going to conceal a little bit more where I have some darker spots on my cheeks and in the center of my forehead as well, since I didn't really get much of that when I was putting on my foundation or my tinted moisturizer. Okay, and then after you put on your concealer, then you can go and put on your highlight shade, which for me is a medium tawny, same brand, Wet n Wild, and I'm just gonna put that right here. I don't want to bring it all the way down because I'm not trying to like go crazy, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get a little bit of brightening under my eyes. Just localize it right here, give me that awake effect. You know, it's like I'm awake and I'm ready. I'm awake and glowing, not just I'm awake. And then I'll stick a little bit in the center of my forehead too, but not a lot, and some on my chin. And if you're a nose person like me, I put a little bit right there on the chin too. I'm on the nose, excuse me. Okay, and then you just take that Real Technique sponge and you just blend that out. So I'm gonna blend out my forehead first. My nose. My chin. Then I go and I do the under parts of my eye. Making sure that that light part gets packed in only in the closest part to the middle of my eyes, and then I spread the rest out. So once that's blended out seamlessly, I don't know about you guys, but I have huge creases under my eyes, which causes my makeup that I put there to crease like that. So what I do next is set my face. And at this point, you can set your whole face because we're not going to put any more cream products on. At least I'm not. I'll shoot. Have more, but I think the less cream products you put on your face, the less likely your face is to slip throughout the day because of your oiliness. That's just me. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna pat that makeup back into my skin just a little bit. It may have creased. Grab some of this translucent powder that I have from CoverGirl. I'll tell you the shade in just a second. And then I will put that under my eyes and pack that in. So we're not baking so-called because we're gonna just take it right off after I push it into my face. Put it on this eye. Oops. Let's try to compensate for the left eye. Okay. So we put that on, and then I take a big fluffy brush and you just dust that off. And then while we're here, I'll also go and I will set the rest of my face. And I'm using the shade Translucent Medium in 115 from, is this CoverGirl or L'Oreal? I think this is CoverGirl. Yeah, this is CoverGirl. And I'm just gonna use my wet sponge to do that. I don't know about you guys, but I crease a lot, or I get really oily around my chin, the inner corners of my nose, and my forehead. So when I set my face, I tend to do a lot of powder in that one area. The rest of the face I just like lightly powder. Although right now I'm like powdering the heck out of my face because I'm not even going anywhere except to work. And then again, just dusting it off because we're not baking, we're just setting. And if you're looking at yourself and you're like, wow, I'm looking a little cake right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry. That's why you have a setting spray for, and that is what is at the end. Okay, so the next thing that I would do is just go ahead and just finish off the face so I can go straight to my eyes. So what I'm going to do next is just go ahead and take a contour shade because I'm not trying to look too bronzed up. And for me right now, I'm just going to contour because I don't like to look super bronzed at the airport. I'm just trying to look as natural as possible. So I'll take my song just came on my phone. I'll take my powder brush from Sephora. I got this in a pack. And I'll just dip into my makeup just slightly because you don't want it to be too chiseled. They're like, this girl is like crazy Angelina Jolie, which they're like, you know, she ain't really Angelina Jolie. So I just go tap the excess off, and then I just sit there, and you just go like this. You just sit there in those cheekbones right under it to make sure you have that natural contour. And if you're like, I have no idea where my natural contour is, go like this, like you're blowing something, and you go. And then you're right there. And usually another safe bet is to go from your top of your ear to the bottom of your mouth. It's about right there. So, and I don't go any further than right there in the corner. So the brush is about this big, about what, 2 inches. And so I stick, that's as far as it goes. So I literally just stay in that vicinity and I just circle, circle, circle. And then I usually have my hair covered because my forehead covered because my hair is short, so it like covers my forehead. But if I were to go like this with my hair, which I wouldn't, but if I did, and you pull your hair back, you want to get that little, see, like your forehead is not a 5 head, but it is a 4 head. Just go right there and you do the same things. Put a little in, tap off the excess, and then you just stick it right there in the hollows of your head. Or at least I have hollows, so just knowing that the very tops of your forehead is like where you want to contour. Okay, I don't know when it cut off, but I think I just finished my blush. I used a pinkish peachy blush that kind of like fills my skin, that, you know, complements my skin pretty well. It's nothing too crazy. I use that to just liven up my face a little bit. So that's the step I left off on from what I remember. So the next step that I would use is a slight highlight. Now, I like highlights because just in case you get off the plane and you actually are going to go somewhere right after, you know, you still have a little bit of a glow to you. You don't look too tired. So I will go and I use my Makeup Revolution highlighter in the shade, there is no shade number on this, but it's like a pretty like champagne color. Like, I like it. It's a little light for me, but I make it work. So like, I don't use it too much on my cheeks. I use it, well, I'm trying to be extra, I do, but I don't use it too much. So what I do to give myself that little extra glow when I'm gonna go out after my flight is I'll just put it right there on the tip of my nose. See that? Ooh, you make sure you blend that out so you don't look crazy. And then you go, just kind of put it against that edge of your nose, but you know the light is gonna hit it, and then so then once you do that, make it a little, I need some extra, I'll make some extra, so I'll put it, you want to put it on that bone. So when you feel your nose, when you do your makeup, you're put your highlight on your nose, you're like, I don't really know where to put it, I just put it all over my nose, I just slap it. Well, like, no, you want to, you have a bone in your nose, at least I do, and you just go rub it right without taking off your foundation, rub it right on that bone. And then when you're trying to put it on the tip of your nose, just where you feel like the roundest, I always put it like right there. And then you do that to the opposite side as well. And this could be like a slight contour for you if you wanted to. It's just, don't make it too extra. I feel like you'll look kind of like Rudolph. You don't want that. So then you do the same thing on the cheeks, and you just take it and you rub it into like a circular motion. Kind of take the excess off with the other finger, and you kind of just tap. You can just rub it into your skin because I forgot tapping didn't work as well for this situation. If you want to see a video on how to actually like highlight your skin, like my friend, she was like, I just don't know how to highlight my skin. And I'm like, it's super easy. But for, you know, some people, they're like, no, like where is the actual points on my skin that I highlight? So I'm like, you know, okay, let me do a video. But if that's what you guys want to see, let me know and I'll see what I can do. And the point of this putting on the highlight is not supposed to look super crazy. Like, it's supposed to look extremely subtle. Like, you don't want to be looking super beat when you don't even have a full face of makeup on. It's kind of like defeating the purpose. It's like you're highlighting all of that extra texture that you haven't covered if you have like textured skin. So there you go. It's just a subtle little glow on the cheeks. Nothing too extra. And then if you want to do a little cupid's bow, like I'll do that right now. Okay. Okay, so as of right now, my eyes are completely different from my skin. Like, you can like see the veins in my eyes and the pinkiness, and that's not what we want. So we're gonna go in and you're gonna just take your concealer again and you're just gonna put one little swipe on each eye. That's what I do. And then I'll take my Real Technique sponge and I'll just blend that into my eyeball. And the good thing about putting this type of concealer on your concealer is that it's the color of your skin, so it doesn't look like you have a super highlighted eyeball, or, you know, it just kind of looks like, you know, your skin overall is complete. So then once you do that, you want to make sure that you go in and you set it, because otherwise your eyes will crease. At least for me it does. So you want to take that same color you used to set your face and just dab that against your eyeball. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I don't like doing this step when I'm doing a full face of makeup and I know I'm going to do some eye makeup, because it makes the consistency of my eye when I set it, I don't know, I can't blend well when I do it, so I don't tend to do this when I'm having a full face, or I'm putting on a full face and a full eye look. So then you want to just dab off or brush off anything extra that you have with your Real Techniques brush. Okay, so then to finish off your eyes, some people like to do eyeliner. I like to do eyeliner sometimes when I have time, like when I have like a, what is it, like an 11 p.m. flight, I'll put on eyeliner. But if it's early in the morning, like you have like a 10 a.m. flight, or a 9 a.m. flight, excuse me, then you're gonna like want to get to the airport 2 hours before. You're not gonna want to put on eyeliner, especially because you don't ever want to go out with your eyeliner looking crooked. That's a no-go. So for me, I will just go and I'll curl my eyelashes, and I have these curling lasher things, whatever you want to call it, lash curlers. I've had this for a year from Revlon, and you just go and you push, and then you kind of want to lift it up when you do it, but don't do it to the point where you pull your lashes out. People have done that, and I'm like, oh god. If you guys could recommend me a new eyelash curler, that'd be great, because this one's old and sometimes it sucks. And then if you really want to keep your eyelashes like curled like this, because I know my eventually some of them, they'll go down if your lashes are super straight. If you want to make sure that they stay and keep that curl, then you can go in with a waterproof mascara, and that'll make sure that they stick. So today I'm going to use my Super Curler Mascara Volume by, I think this is Rimmel? Yeah, Rimmel London, in the shade Extreme Black. And I love this mascara. I've been using it like a lot lately because the wand like allows you to, I don't know what it does. I just know it makes my eyelashes super long, and like, I love it. Which I like long lashes rather than like voluptuous lashes. Because I don't really have long lashes, so you know, you always want what you can't get. Or what you don't have. And then I go on my lower lash line to give some of that extra pop on there too. Because you don't have any makeup on that lower lash line. Okay, so the second to last step is your brows. Now for me, I'm going to keep on with the trend. I still want to look natural. I ain't trying to have a bold Instagram brow. I'm trying to have that natural brow. So I'm going to take my NYX Professional micro brow pencil in the shade Espresso. And I'm going to use that, and I'm just going to carve out my brows. I don't know where my camera cut off at, but I was just telling you guys the second to last step is me filling in my brows. So I outline them like that, and then when I outline them, then I just kind of fill them back in lightly with a light hand so that they have that natural look. And then I'm trying to brush the product through my brows. Okay, and then the last step that I do is I take off like any lip color that from my foundation off my lips with my sponge. Or you can use something else too, because a regular clean something. Okay, and then I set my face. So I'll use my MAC Prep and Prime to set my face with. It's technically supposed to prime your face, but I use it to set my face. And then I'm running low, and I bought the Morphe ones, so I'm gonna try it on camera next time and see how it comes out. But basically, when I tell people to drench their face, I told my mom this, and she literally drenched her face. I'm like, no, don't do that. Just make sure you feel like you have a little bit of a wet wash over your face, not completely going through a bucket in your face, ASL challenge type deal. Like, no. So just. You know what I'm saying? Just like a nice little wash. And then usually I'll go in with like a lip gloss or something to finish off the look. So let me just grab that, put that on, and I'll be right back. And that is the lip gloss that I chose. They don't make this lip gloss anymore. I've been using it for years. It's the shade Liar by Urban Decay, and they're like Revolution lip glosses. So really good. I'm pretty sure they made another line of this. I haven't tried their second line, but I really like this one because it's so, like, it's glossy. I like a nice little sticky gloss sometimes. And it's really pigmented. I probably should throw it out. I've had it for a very long time, but it's been doing pretty good so far. The only issue with this is that it stinks. But they don't sell it anymore, so you don't have to really worry about that. But yeah, that completes this video. I really hope this video was helpful for you traveling throughout the holidays. I hope you have a fantastic Thanksgiving, and I hope this video was helpful. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell button if you want to see when I post videos, and like it so I can get a few more views and it gets shared across, you know, many social networks. So thanks you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!